Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. We've got us one of these Imperial Barlows from the basket of knives, and I got to get this one cleaned up quickly because this is a special project going out to help a fellow friend here in the knife community, brother in the knife brotherhood. I'll explain more what this is all about, but I just wanted to show you here before we get started what we are looking at. Pretty rusty, isn't it? But I want to just get some initial cleaning done on this. And this is going to have to be a rush job. Unfortunately, I got to get to work on this. So, let's just do an initial cleaning here before we throw it in the rust remover and the mineral oil. See what we can get cleaned off. Here we go. This blade cleaned off. The blade's in pretty good shape. Oh, my pad. I used an old pad because we're starting out on these really dirty blades. This pad's just about shot, ain't it? I need to change my pad. Hello, friends. I'd like to take just a moment to talk to you about Western razors. You know, we got Father's Day coming up and a brand new safety razor. Wow, that would make a great Father's Day gift. So buy a gift for your father or spoil yourself and buy one of these great made in the USA razors. I've tried it. I bought it on my own. I enjoy using this razor. So I am encouraging you, if you're looking for a razor, if you're looking for a way to save a lot of money and to support a made in the USA company, why try out Western Razors. You can use a 10% discount code, KnifeDelights10, on any purchases over $65. Now this offer does expire on 31 May 2025. Thank you. Here we go again. It's a different pad. It's not a new pad. I put a new pad on when I'm polishing. I have a nice clean pad on. Then I save them because when you're doing the initial cleaning, well, you have a tendency to just tear them all up anyway. So. They're good enough for an initial cleaning here. Get some of this removed. And let's hit these back springs. Now I did, this basket of knives, I pretty much threw them all just in some mineral oil. And they've just been sitting here waiting to be worked on. Yep, I just wanted to get started on it. There we go. Get it wiped off. You can see all that dirty oil. There's the Imperial. Yep. It's got pretty decent walk and talk. I'm sure it'll improve after we get things cleaned. You can see it's awful dirty down in there. Awful dirty. Let's see what we can get wiped. Ouch! You gotta be careful. Look at that. I've poked my finger a couple of times, slip off and poke. It doesn't feel pleasant. But you know, we don't want to draw blood here. Oh no. See, look at all that stuff. There's some old patches that are still kind of clean a little bit. And reuse these a little bit. Get rid of this. Oh yeah. Get rid of all this really, really dirty stuff. Okay. Got just kind of a quick initial cleaning. And now we can throw it into some rust remover and then into some mineral oil. All right, folks, I gave her a soak for a couple hours here. I'm really under the gun. So this knife is going to be, well, I'm going to contribute to Bladewalker's celebration of reaching over 1,000 subs. I don't know if you're familiar with Bladewalker, but he's got a wonderful channel. And Bladewalker has a lot of health problems. I just know he's got a lot of health problems. I don't know the full extent of it. But somehow, some way, this is going to be part of his giveaway celebration. And I don't know how it's going to work yet, because as the time that I'm recording this, I don't know how much time I have to get it to him before he holds his drawing and all this and that. Still working out the details, but somehow, some way, this knife will be donated to Bladewalker. Now, maybe he'll have to hold his drawing and I'll have to mail it direct to the winner. I don't know yet. But somehow, we are going to help him celebrate, because, like I said, he just has an outstanding channel. And, boy, he is so deserving of some recognition. So as I work on this video, I'll try to add more details in as I get going. Oh boy, I found out too late here. I hope I can get things to him in time. So okay, so I've wiped off, rinsed it off from the rust remover. That's what I got out of down in the channels there. Pretty bad. So I'm going to touch these blades up. And then since I got to get to work, why, I will throw it in some mineral oil. Okay, I've been doing a lot of work here on this Barlow. I'm doing it off camera here to keep the process moving. And this is kind of what we're looking at right now. Back springs are looking pretty good. It's all nice and clean. Here's our blade. Looking pretty good. What else we got here? There's that blade there. We've gotten rid of all the rust. Holsters have cleaned up pretty nice. And down inside here, well, we're pretty clean down in there. It's time to give this old girl a bath. What do you think? So I got the ultrasonic cleaner all ready here, set up, some warm water and Dawn dishwashing liquid in it. So we'll put the old girl down in there, and we're gonna let her cook for about 5 minutes, and hopefully it boils out or pushes out all that dirty oil and, you know, anything from the sandpaper, any grit that's left over in there, any extra dirt. And we'll just get her really clean here. Well, let's have us a look-see. What's our results? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Oh, looky there. Looky there. Yep, got a lot of that dirty oil out, didn't we? Discolored the water. Oh, yeah. Let that dirty oil drip out of there. I don't know if you can see it floating on top there, but yep. Okay. I'm going to set this back out of the way. So we have a little bit of room to work here. Get it dried off. And the ultrasonic cleaner is great because it gets into areas where you can't get to with a brush and stuff. That's what's so fantastic about it. Stuff underneath the covers and all them little itty bitty spots down in there that's hard to reach or you can't reach. So yeah, that's what we're looking like after a nice cleaning. And now that it's been wet, we need to throw it in some nice clean mineral oil so we can you know, displace any of the moisture and get those back springs lubed up again. All right, this knife is just coming right along here. Again, I did some work on it off camera. As you can see, it's a advertising knife, actually something for soybeans on there, but it's coming right along. It just looks really nice. We're going to put some final touches on here, and while we're working and putting some final touches on here, let's talk about this giveaway. Okay, so this Barlow is being given away to help support Bladewalker, and his channel name is user-Bladewalker, I think is what it is, if you want to find it. So normal, kind of the standard giveaway rules apply. You have to be 18 years old, you have to have a U.S. mailing address, and all of that stuff. Now, I will be putting a slide in this video somewhere. I'll put a slide that has all the entry rules in it, and you have to follow the entry rules. So it's going to go something like this, but check the slide for the final entry rules. But I will find one of Bladewalker's videos and put a link in the description box of this video. And I want you to click on his video. And you need to leave a comment on his video. And I'll give a code word or some numbers or whatever to include in your comment. And that will get you entered in. One other thing is you must subscribe to Bladewalker. It's only right that, you know, to win a knife, it's a small thing to do to just hit that subscribe button. But in general, I want you to, on this, again, I'll put the video link of Bladewalker's in the description box. When you leave your comment, you know, congratulate him, pray for him, tell him you're going to pray for him for his health issues. I don't want to get into all his health issues. I'll let him, you know, you can watch his videos as he discusses that stuff. But folks, let's help a friend celebrate for one. And secondly, let's help support just a wonderful member of this knife community, the knife brotherhood and sisterhood. That's what this is all about. And for whoever gets this knife and wins it, I will tell you now, I'm not going to try to get rid of every little blemish down in there. There may be just some slight patina left here or there, kind of show the age of the knife. If you want to keep cleaning that up more, that's, you know, your prerogative. Some people want everything just as shiny as they can get it. Other people like it left with some character on it. So again, it'll be up to you. But I can pretty much assure you the rust is all gone, and that is the biggest thing for me anyway. Got rid of all the rust. Yes, as you can see, there's going to be some scarring on the blades left over from that heavy rust, but this is still a fine knife. And I just got to tell you, for people that think you can't find a good made in the USA budget knife, well, hit your local antique stores. They're full of these old classic vintage knives made in the USA from very reputable knife companies. There's nothing wrong with these knives whatsoever. Nothing wrong whatsoever. And of course, I enjoy getting them and cleaning them up. I enjoy the history behind all these old knife companies. It's a fun hobby. And I just really, really enjoy doing this. Thanks to Howard for sending me this Flitz. This Flitz does a wonderful job of putting some final touches on, bringing out that shine. Oh, and I want to also address, while I'm thinking of it, people wanted to see me edit a video to see how I put these videos together and, you know, edit all these different segments in. Well, have you heard the expression, when it rains, it pours? So I get back from this long weekend trip visiting relatives, and I'm tired. It's a long drive. And I sit down to edit a video so I can get it uploaded. And lo and behold, I ran into a glitch with my editing software that I use. So right now, I'm in the process of checking out some other editing software. I want to switch software. So it may just be a while before I can get that video done, because I need to do something different. What I have still works, but there's a glitch in it as far as changing the ratio of the video. So you're supposed to bring it into the software and be able to change it from it being, you know, vertical or portrait, and switch it around so it's landscape or wide. And for some reason that software stopped doing that. So I have to import my videos into a different software program, editing program, get the orientation turned right, save it, and then bring it back into my normal editing software. So it adds another big step to it, and time-consuming step. And I don't want to have to keep doing that. And I don't know why it did that, but that's where we're at right now. Look at that. Nice and shiny, isn't it? So we will work on that. And while I'm thinking of it, Bladewalker, congratulations on hitting 1,000 subs. Well deserving, my man. Now, I get a lot of comments on my videos, on my cleaning videos, and a lot of times it's from a new user, or from a new viewer, and they'll ask, well, why do you do it this way? Why don't you try doing this? Or, you know, this is how I do it, and back and forth. And my shortest answer to all of that is, folks, I'm a creature of habit. I've been restoring my knives and cleaning my knives in this manner even back before I started the channel. This is just kind of a little system I developed. I've made some changes, and I'm just a creature of habit. However, that does not mean I don't want you to keep leaving tips and comments on how you do it, or methods I should try. We're all in this together. We're all learning together. And I've often said, I'm not an expert at anything. This is just a hobby I enjoy, pastime. It's relaxing for me. See, look at that. Oh, that's shiny. So I will say, I did order some supplies today. Should be here in a week or so, and I will be trying out some new methods here in the future. So when I'm doing these, my biggest goal is to get rid of the rust, to get things lubricated up. And I have so many of these knives to work on. Now, I can't spend a week or 2 weeks or whatever working on one knife. Got to kind of do it assembly line like. But I get them clean enough so that they're set back, they'll store. To me, you know, they'll get stored up so that they won't keep rusting. You always go back and work on them some more. Looking pretty good, isn't it? Especially compared with how we first started with it. Turn off that annoying noise. Oh, that gets annoying, doesn't it? Okay, let's try to buff it out here just a little bit. Wipe that oil off. Now, whoever gets this knife, remember, there may be still a little bit of oil in it. That's okay. It is okay. And like, oh, I'll show you working the back springs here. That looks pretty good right there. And again, if you sharpen this up and you start carrying it and using it, you know, it'll start getting scratched up, and you get the gunk on it from packing tape and something, and so it'll start evening that blade out just a little bit. But these back springs are clean. So what I normally do, and I did it with this knife, I'll just do this back and forth several times, and you'll still keep working out some dirty stuff, although I've got the majority out of there. But you'll see, you can still get a little bit of stuff out of there. That's no big deal. But look at listen to the walk and talk. You know, for a knife that's, well, according to this Tang stamp, I think they stopped using this one in 1988. So for an old knife, I think that's pretty good walk and talk, don't you? All right, folks, let's get this wrapped up. Good luck, everybody. Again, make sure and follow the instructions. If you don't follow the instructions, you know, you won't be eligible. So, well, I like on these bolsters, these Barlows with the big bolsters. Oh, they just shine up so nice, don't they? Look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay, well, thanks for hanging with me. Good luck on the drawing. Congratulations, Bladewalker. And until next time, have a very delightful day.